Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to iTrap Reviewers. In this video, I just want to do a quick little recap of the iOS 6 preview that they showed off at WWDC yesterday. So let's get right into this. I just want to give you some of my thoughts on this. It's a pretty nice update, I will say that. I was hoping for something to change maybe the interface a little, but they didn't obviously do that, but I wasn't quite sure what they would change. Like, I don't really want widgets because that can make it look not as clean and stuff, but I was hoping for some sort of change, which they didn't do, which I guess is fine because they've added some really neat features, so let's take a look at them. So first up is Maps. This is probably my most favorite thing for iOS 6, is this Maps thing. So they ditched Google. They said, screw you, Google, we don't need you. They made their own Maps application, which is really nice. So you can do this flyover feature to see big cities and stuff and landmarks from the air, which it says right here, which is pretty sweet. They redesigned maps. Yes, they're beautifully detailed. I'm sure they are. And turn-by-turn navigation, which is really cool. Now, this will pretty much, well, I'm still going to keep my Navigon app and stuff that I paid like 50 bucks for, but this app should definitely probably replace them because it's really cool. It can reroute you in the middle of your route, or at least they said at the thing. So like if there's bad traffic, it'll say you want to reroute to go this way. It's a lot quicker, blah, blah, blah. So that's pretty sweet. So I cannot wait to check out the map stuff. Let's see, turn by turn. If I click on that, I can see here. Beautifully designed from the ground up and sky down. Maps will change the way you see the world. Map elements are vector-based, so graphics and text are incredibly detailed. So you can see the different routes that they give you. You can see turn-by-turn directions, and then it says faster route available, so you can reroute. And it says due to traffic. So I think it does constantly take in anonymous information about how fast you're going or something just to get that information. Like, I don't know how else it would know. But that's kind of creepy. But this is definitely a cool feature because, you know, I want to know the fastest way to get to wherever I want. Traffic, which is real cool. It says use real-time traffic conditions to calculate your estimated time of arrival. You also get details about incidents that are causing traffic jams so you can tell if there's a major accident ahead or just temporary slowdown. So it's got alerts, accidents, under construction. You can see all this if I zoom in a bit on the map a little bit. So that's pretty sweet. I really like that. Sorry if you can hear my dog barking. I'll try to edit that out. He's going crazy right now. I don't know why. Anyways, so here's flyover, which is, like I said, really sweet. You can just, I'm going to zoom in a little in case you can't see, but you can, it's really beautiful. It's just like as if you were flying over wherever. All right, so let's move on to Siri. So you got sports, restaurants, movies, now it's Siri even more. So they showed off at WWDC, like they asked, I believe it was like, who's taller, LeBron or Kobe? And it said, LeBron's just a little bit taller or whatever. So that's pretty sweet. It knows, you know, general information about people. It can figure out stuff like that. I kind of hope that's what it was going to be in the beginning, but no, I mean, that was beta, so I guess it's out of beta. And so, yeah, it's seeming pretty nice. So you can ask it. It can understand a lot more now, which is pretty cool. It's also coming to the new iPad, in case you were wondering and you didn't know that for some reason. So you can get it on your new iPad. So it says sports, you can say, ask for schedules, it can give you that. Movies, you can see here, I went to see a movie tonight and I found all of these ones. It says whatever's playing. And restaurants, it's got a little bit more information now, which is really sweet. Facebook, integrated throughout iOS, you'll definitely like it. Not me, I don't like Facebook that much, it's not that cool. It's pretty much just kind of creepy, and yeah, since they store all your information, it's kind of creepy. But anyways, if you like Facebook, then yeah, you'll like this. The Twitter integration, I didn't like that much just because I don't like it to be integrated throughout all that much. But Facebook is just, no, I'm not going to use that ever. But it's there if you want to. So yeah, shared photo streams. So this is another big feature. You can now, you know how you have a photo stream that can, you know, sync between all your devices. You can now share them with select audience, so specific people that you want to share with. So that is pretty sweet. I don't know if I'll be using that. I don't really use PhotoStream that much, if at all. Like, I just don't use it because I don't really want necessarily all my photos from my iPhone being on my Mac all the time, you know, using up space and stuff. So I just don't do that. But it's there if you do. Passbook. Now, this is pretty cool, even though I probably won't ever use it or, you know, use it that often. But you can store your boarding passes, movie tickets, retail coupons, loyalty cards, and everything all in one place. So a Starbucks card right here, I guess you can just scan it and it'll deduct your money off of it or whatever when you're paying for something. and you can store all different things in here. So that's really nice to have everything in one place. So that's pretty awesome. Time and location based, blah blah blah. Pretty sweet. FaceTime over 3G over cellular, so that's pretty sweet. You can send and receive FaceTimes over 3G, which is pretty sweet. So I think I heard something at WWDC that said you can get phone calls from your iPad if you have this and something else set up. I think you have to have an iPhone, but then to get calls, you can have them use your Apple ID and forward it over to your iPad, which is weird, but it's there, I guess, if you need it. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard something about that. Now, here's something that I will use all the time. Phone, send to voicemail, reply with message, remind me later, it's your call. So normally when you have a phone call, you slide to answer, you press home button or whatever, or the power button to silence it, or you can decline it. What I usually, well, it would be nice to do other things. So now you can, when you're getting a phone call, you can slide this up instead of that photos thing. It's a phone. You can slide it up, and then you can reply with message, remind me later, and then you can select one of these messages if you click reply with message, or it can just remind me later. So you can you can set a reminder to remind you when you leave wherever you're at, like if you're at work and you say remind me later, so it'll remind you when you leave work. So that's pretty sweet. If I hit this remind in 1 hour when I leave, when I get home, when I get to work, pretty sweet. Do not disturb if you don't want to get phone calls during a certain period of time, or if you only want some people to be allowed to call you at a certain time. That's pretty sweet. And if, say, I think they said this at the WWDC, if you have this set off and let's just say it's 3 in the morning and you have it set to no calls, if someone calls you like 2 or 3 times in a span of 2 or 3 minutes, it will put the call through to you because it's probably an emergency. So you can get calls. I believe they said that at the thing, so that's very nice. Mail, they redesigned it with a VIP list, which I don't understand completely. I just didn't look into it that much. But it says you never miss an important message from an accountant. I guess it just makes it kind of priority right here. And yeah, so they kind of redesigned it a little, not too much. I like that you can add photos now with just a few taps. It's nice because you couldn't really do that before. Safari now has full screen landscape mode and a couple other features like offline reading lists and iCloud tabs, so you can pick up wherever you were on your Mac on your iPhone if you have to leave or something. So that's pretty nice. Accessibility, I don't really use any of that. I don't know. If you have disability, it's got cool stuff for you. So yeah. Find My iPhone, they updated that a little so you can see some more stuff like where it's been and stuff. You can track it. Find My Friends, that's pretty much everything it's had. Remodeled stores and new stuff for China. They did add a lot of new stuff for China, which is pretty sweet. And then down here you can see iOS 6 is compatible with the iPhone 3GS, the iPhone 4, the iPhone 4S, iPod Touch 4th Gen, iPad 2, and the new iPad. They dropped the old first generation iPad, probably because they're not selling it anymore actively, but they're still actively selling iPhone 3GS, I think, at like AT&T and stuff, so they kind of have to, have it compatible with that. So that's pretty much it. It was a pretty nice update, not anything mind-blowing, but definitely a nice update coming this fall, obviously. And yeah, I can't wait to use it. So check it out, and I'll see you guys next one. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Peace.